This is the PowerPoint for the Creative Culmination project for IAS 108, or Creating a Personal Narrative Through Digital Storytelling. For your Creative Culmination project, you get to create your own narrative about a topic in the arts. You want to use a digital format to share your story, but first you have to write a personal narrative. So what is a narrative? A narrative is a personal account of connected events, and a narrative is often a synonym for story. So basically, you need to tell a story. You may have heard the term digital storytelling, but what is it? Digital storytelling is a narrative told in written words, spoken words, and images. We'll be using that to share what you've learned in the arts this semester. Here's an overview of the process for creating your personal narrative. First, view this PowerPoint carefully. It will help you know and understand what a personal narrative is. Then you'll select a topic, brainstorm ideas, research, find what is out there, and then you'll write an outline. Use the outline to write your personal narrative essay. Your personal narrative essay is due at the end of Module 4. Submit your essay on Blackboard. This essay is what you'll use for your script for the Creative Culmination project. Now your essay is due for this module, but the Creative Culmination project, or the digital part of your story, is not due until the end of the semester. All you'll be doing for this module is writing the essay. Now when you see all these topics, don't panic, ask questions. So where do you start? Start by selecting your topic.
So here are your choices. My personal journey toward understanding the visual or performing arts. How have artistic traditions from my culture shaped who I am? An arts experience that changed my life. When I become a teacher, how will I use the arts? And what does it mean to be a visual or performing artist?
For example, why such broad topics? Well, the topics are broad on purpose. You need to think critically to decide the best way to tell your story, since eventually your story is only going to be about 5 minutes long. So the best thing to do is start broad and then figure out, what do I really want to say on this topic? Often the hardest decision you'll make is to choose your topic. So how do you choose? Choose a topic you like, a topic you feel passionate about, a topic you want to share with other people. Then you'll enjoy this project a lot more.
Try to find something you're interested in and use that for your research. Chances are, if you find it interesting, your audience will too. A great place to start is by brainstorming. If your bubble feels empty like the boy in the cartoon, just start writing down whatever you think about the topic. Use sentence frames, I see, I think, I wonder, or use the graphic organizer to help you.
When it comes time to write your personal narrative essay, remember this will be the script for your digital story. Need help? Look at the sample narratives. They're later in this PowerPoint, or they're also available on Blackboard. You'll be able to read the narratives that were written, and then you can also watch to see how the students created that into something that was digital. Remember to make it personal. Share an experience. Share a journey. Share a discovery. All of these will make your story mean something. If it means something to you, it will mean something to me and mean something to other people who view it. Once you've selected your topic and brainstormed ideas, then you need to write an outline. Start with an outline to begin your creative process. It will really help you. Of course, you may change it later, but that's part of the process too. Remember, you want to tell a story. Stories are the best way to reach your audience. My favorite definition for research is looking and thinking. Surf the web. Take your own photos or videos. Interview people. Just take time to look at what's around you. You might find everything you need for your personal narrative just right around you. Then look at what you've found. For example, you might find art listening to the radio, salsa dancing with friends, watching a funny video, walking by a statue in the Peace Garden by the library. In this project, you are allowed, in fact encouraged, to express your own point of view. I do not agree with the teacher who says in this cartoon, "When writing your essays, I encourage you to think for yourselves while you express what I'd most agree with." This is not your professor. Besides, her hair is all wrong. It is important that you focus your topic. Use a few great examples. Think of it as an investigation. Simplify. Often the simplest idea is the best. Be sure you give yourself the opportunity to write several drafts. Your story will change as you find new information. Revision is part of the creative process. So here is a frequently asked question: how long should it be? The length depends on the story and the format, but for a guideline, your presentation should be 3 to 6 minutes long. So your narrative essay, the word count, about 600 to 900 words, will be 5 minutes. Once you've written your personal narrative, you're going to try to do effective storytelling so that you can tell your story through images and videos as well as just words. As a matter of fact, on your slides, you should use as few words as possible. What formats can you use? Once it comes to creating your creative culmination, there are many formats you can try. I really like my Brain Shark. You can do PowerPoints. You can put them on YouTube. You can use iMovie. There are many to choose from. Check the Sample Creative Culminations handout for more. Here is a sample creative culmination by one of your classmates from last semester. It's called My Journey Towards Understanding Dance. I recommend that you pause the presentation, click on the link, and watch the Prezi so you can get a sense of what she did on Prezi. Here are 2 YouTube video examples of creative culminations. One is called The Arts and Culture, and the other is Les Miserables, which you may have already watched earlier in the semester. If you look in the slide notes, you can see the personal narrative essays. So you can see what they wrote before they created their creative culmination and posted it on YouTube. Here's another example. If you look in the notes, you can see the personal narrative essay for Color My World by Sarah Palmer. And here is yet another example that's on my Brainshark. It is called Where Can You Find Art? In fact, the presentation you're watching right now was also made on my Brainshark. That's how much I like it. If you'd like more help with how to write your personal narrative, here are some great resources. Simply click on these websites and they'll give you some great ways to go about creating your personal narrative. Here you see one of my favorite Peanuts cartoons where Sally gets very upset because she does not like the grade that she's gotten on her coat hanger sculpture, and she argues with the teacher over what she believes her grade should be and who should judge her work. This is actually a very honest thing that happens when you're doing creative projects, and the answer to that is to use a rubric. The rubric for your creative culmination is actually in your syllabus, and you'll have more work with this in the last module before you have to turn it in. But there will also be a rubric for your personal narrative essay, so you'll know what it should have in it when you turn it in. The best advice I can give you is give yourself time to think. Don't put this project off until the last minute. It's really hard to be creative when you're depending on last-minute panic. So here's a summary of the process again. View the PowerPoint, select a topic, brainstorm ideas, research, write an outline, write your personal narrative essay, and submit your essay on Blackboard. This will be the essay you use as the script for your creative culmination. I will repeat again, only your essay is due for this module. You do not turn in your creative culmination until the end of the semester. Again, only your essay is due.
Just in case, here are the topics one more time. Remember, you're going to choose one of these topics and then think about what interests you the most to narrow your topic down and make it something that you really want to make a presentation about. That's how you're going to get the most out of this project.
And that's it for this presentation. Don't forget to take some time to have fun.